Hello there, it's your friend Phil, trainer, coach, and author. Let's talk today about to be or not to be certified. There are lots of certifications out there, and this is going to address why you should consider getting certified or affiliated with a professional organization. Now, as you can see from my name on the screen and the titles below, I've got so many certifications, but why do I pursue certifications? Why do I pursue education? Now, certifications is not necessarily education. You could take all the certifications in the world and still not be educated. So the underlying theme of any knowledge gain should be to educate yourself and for you to learn lessons in business and in life that you can apply when the opportunities present themselves. So let's talk about career path and grounding. This is the first point that I would like to bring up about why you should consider being certified in anything. When we talk about career path and grounding, very few opportunities out there in the world in the job space will enable you do that in a deliberate fashion. What am I saying? If you're employed today to run an IT organization, for example, that organization is not necessarily going to take responsibility for your career path. They are not necessarily going to take responsibility for you to be grounded in that aspect of IT. So being affiliated with an organization, and I'll use the PMI, for example, in a lot of these examples, the Project Management Institute, being affiliated with an organization such as that, for example, will enable you learn the basics, especially when you go through certifications that organization makes available, being a human resource management professional or being a business analyst or being Scrum certified or being change management certified. All of these organizations that provide these certifications, if nothing else, they give you a trajectory to project your career path and to be grounded in the profession while learning the basics. If you go for the simplest of these certifications, so to speak, or the least challenging, you could very well learn the basics. It also helps you have a home base. Being employed by the best organization in the world does not necessarily give you a guaranteed permanent home base. If you are affiliated with an organization such as the Project Management Institute, you will have a home base that you can refer to for the duration of your career. Whether you are certified or not, you can still have an affiliation with people in that organization who are. You could learn from people who are certified. So when it comes to being grounded, having a home base, and also very important, lots of people don't talk about this. They always think about the professional aspects. But how about just making friends? How about just networking? How about you adding value? Lots of people do not need certification, but being affiliated with an organization could enable them make friends and network and also add value to others. These are very, very valuable reasons why you should consider being affiliated with a professional organization. And if you're really passionate about the profession that you're in, be there to make friends and network. You can also share lessons learned from your career. I hear lots of people saying, I don't need to get certified. Well, maybe people need to hear from you about what you have experienced and what you have brought to the table in past positions or present positions. How about sharing that knowledge? How about sharing those perspectives so that people can learn from you? A very powerful reason why people should even consider being certified is having a unified method of doing something. The world is changing, whether you like it or not. things are becoming unified. Companies are becoming unified in their approach, in their standardization, be it from the retail stores to the shopping malls or supermarkets. You can almost predict what you can expect. And that's because things are becoming unified. Project management, change management, human resource management, it's all becoming unified. And that's another reason why you need to consider this. Talking about unification, the baseline of anything that is unified is very relevant when you're practicing in firms that have adopted that as a baseline. You might already be in the firm, but maybe the firm is gravitating towards something different. And they're beginning to talk about being certified, for example, being PMP certified or being ITIL certified. Not realizing that things are becoming unified and baselined could be detrimental to your career. I know many people will argue, well, I've been here for donkey years and nothing's going to rock my boat. Well, watch out. It's very wise to learn about the times that we're in the business world and adapt. Adaptability is a good sign of someone who has been around for a while. So if you've been around for a while, it's the more reason why you should consider these things. Now, the next thing is knowledge. Knowledge, people say, is power. I disagree. It's not knowledge that's power. It's applied knowledge. Knowledge could be, though, a confidence builder. Knowledge could give you a huge boost of confidence when you are in front of a client who is well aware, by the way, or when you are in the middle of an interview. You don't want to be caught off guard like I was. I went for an interview once at a well-known shipping company up there in Scottsdale, Arizona, and I sat down, and having just completed my master's degree and written a dissertation on barriers to implementing project management information systems, of course I knew project management in my head. After all, I'd managed projects and operations and programs, so I knew everything that there was to be known. And I sat down on this seat in Scottsdale. I was being asked questions about project management, about Microsoft Project, which I had just started getting into. The questions threw me off. I felt so ridiculous and stupid that I didn't even know the very basics. I was asked to define the basics, and I could not. I didn't have the specific knowledge, even though I had been through a degree program that demanded that I do that. So when you go through the process with a clear mind, with an intent to learn to apply, not just to learn, but an intent to learn to apply, the payoff could be huge. Knowledge shared could free others. So if you share knowledge with other people, it could free their thinking. I've seen people when I train them on various concepts and aspects of either leadership or communications or project management, I've seen the light bulbs come on. I wouldn't be able to do that if I didn't have the knowledge. Applied knowledge is power. So when you're getting this certification, don't just think, oh, I'm getting another piece of paper. No, you have set yourself up for failure from the beginning. The right approach should be applied knowledge is going to be powerful. So I'm going to get this knowledge, and guess what? I'm going to apply. That's why there are a lot of certified people all over the world that cannot apply the knowledge to save themselves. And that's unfortunate. We should apply the knowledge that we gain. It's like any degree program. There are lots of people that have got master's degrees and doctorate degrees, I should say, and they have not been able to apply the knowledge. They've not sought out the application of knowledge. So for that reason, should I then say, oh, I'm not going to get certified because there are people out there who have this knowledge and they cannot apply it, or they stink at their jobs? That's not a reason for you to say, I'm not going to get certified. So knowledge is power when applied. Education, solutions, analysis, going through the experience of using something. All of that is power. Now, an opportunity finder is a big thing, and this is what being certified or affiliated with a professional firm could do. It could be a tiebreaker. I've been for so many jobs where at the end of the day, my name is put in the pile of people to be considered. Why? Because I'm certified. Like it or not, you can fight against it, you can hate it, but it's the way things have become in the world of business. If I've got two candidates, exactly the same experience, they've been through 20 years of whatever they have, and one has knowledge that has been demonstrated and applied, not just in the experience, but in the certification. Most times they'll go for that person who has got the upper hand in a certification. It could be a tiebreaker. It could help solidify opportunities. There are lots of opportunities that I've had, and the tiebreaker is he's certified, he's not. And moreover, it gives you credibility with firms you do business with, like it or not. It could lead to more opportunities in consulting. It could lead to opportunities for you to educate people. I remember when I was at a well-known Fortune 500 firm, aerospace company, brilliant company, where I had the opportunity of working in Phoenix, Arizona. My job in this firm was not to train or teach. It was not to do anything other than do my job, earned value management, system implementation, and basically to be an evangelist for earned value management. That was my job. But I realized there were some opportunities to train and educate and help my colleagues who were trying to get certified, PMP certified. It was not my job, but being knowledgeable and being certified helped not just build people, but it led to more opportunities. At the end of my tenure there, within 3 days, I was called back to another opportunity in a totally different world. Why? Because I was able to demonstrate not just knowledge, not just applied knowledge, but the fact that I had a certification led to additional opportunities, and I stayed for even twice as long as when I first came on board in that firm. These are all things I have seen happen as a result of getting certified. So opportunities were unraveled. Now let's talk about gap finders. What do I mean by finding the gap? What I mean is being certified could very rapidly find gaps when in the right hands. As a certified project manager, I have been very fortunate to apply this knowledge and to apply this illumination of mind, because that's what has happened over the years since I got certified. It's not just a project manager and not just a trainer, speaker, and coach with John Maxwell's team, but many of the other certifications I've had in Agile and in Scrum-based project management have enabled me see holes, see flaws. I can very rapidly tell when people should be using a Scrum approach and instead they're busy trying to use fully plan-driven project management, for example. I've seen when people are trying to bring in a new method when all they need is training on collaborating and leadership and communications. So getting these certifications and getting the knowledge helps find the gaps when it is done the right way. It could also help close the gaps. It could show where's bleeding and where to stop and how to stop the bleeding. I'm not saying being certified automatically does this for you. I'm not saying being affiliated with these professional organizations automatically does it for you. But when you do these things with an intent to learn and apply value, the result is great. It's huge. It's time for the big reveal. What do I mean by a revealer? What I mean is being certified could help reveal what you should learn. Now, lots of people think learning one cert could help them in a particular area until they actually get certified and they find out, hello, this is actually not what I was expecting. This is actually not what is going to help me. Now I can see I actually need X or Y or A or B. Being certified could lead to reveal what you should be doing. And for many people, what they need is a combination of things. What they might need is they need to get business analyst certified, as one of my students realized, maybe needing to get Scrum certified, maybe needing to go through communications or leadership training. So when you go down one path, you could get to the end and suddenly realize, oh my gosh, what have I been doing? This is what I should go for. And you would never have gotten to that conclusion or realization except you did indeed go through that first certification. It could also reveal the key differentiator. What could differentiate great project management from bad project management? It's not the certification. It's the knowledge from the certification that is applied to your projects to give you the payoff. Or you could realize it's not in learning more project management. You may already have enough. It might be in the leadership aspects of your career. Maybe you've not realized that leadership is not in position, it's not in title. Maybe you've not realized that there are 5 different levels of leadership, in the words of John C. Maxwell. And maybe you've not realized that the ability to influence people has very little to do with your position or title. But the light bulbs may not come on until you go for training, until you go for a leadership certification, until you go for a management certification, and then you begin to realize management and leadership have similarities but differences. So these things, these reveals, could only come in many instances from being certified or going through a training course. Talking about industry networking and activity. In the world of the Project Management Institute, for example, where we have chapter meetings and so on, the payoff could be absolutely huge. It helps network with like minds. You find people who are like you, you're able to network with them. It helps you to help others. Again, lessons learned, communal sharing of information. You don't necessarily need to be certified for this. You just need to be a PMI member. And being a PMI member enables you go for those PMI meetings and so on. Networking is massive in the world of the PMI. Since I've joined the PMI and since I've been certified in many certifications, I've been able not just to network with people, but to affect them positively, to employ them in projects I work on, to give them opportunities to excel and exceed. I'm talking about worldwide. I'm talking about teams I've worked with, people I've worked with that I've not even been to places where they are, like Trinidad and the Bahamas and Kenya and Bangladesh and Pakistan and India. So many people, but what unifies us is the fact that we are all affiliated with a similar organization. Massive, massive input. Some of the best thinking that I've had done on my projects wasn't done by me. It was done by people I had networked with in the world of the PMI. I hope that helped clarify and give you some ideas regarding professional organizations and getting certified. If you have any questions, feel free to send an email to phil@praizion.com. Feel free to visit our website, either praizion.com or pmanonymous.com. All the best in your career.